Hello folks, I hope you're doing well as I am doing very good. I am loving life, but let's get into the video because I'm going to tell you and I'm going to make a case for why Malcolm Brogdon is the most underrated player in the NBA. Hands down, it has to be him. Okay, so Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, Trae Young, Luka Doncic, Ja Morant. What do these players have in common? Okay, yeah, they are elite point guards in the league right now. Yes. Yes, they are averaging over 20 points a game. Yes. In fact, they are the leading scoring point guards in the league right now, with Stephen Curry being first. And here's the order of the leading scoring point guards. And what if I were to tell you that right at number 6 is a healthy, happy Malcolm Brogdon? Yes, the Malcolm Brogdon. And what if I were to tell you that he also averaged 21 points a game last season as well? I mean, isn't that incredible? Doesn't that say a lot? But you know what says even more? The fact that he, along with Ja Morant, are the only two players in this list that never had an all-star bout. Okay, they were never all-stars in their careers. Ja Morant, he was drafted later than Malcolm Brogdon was. And Malcolm Brogdon averaged 21 points last season, whereas Ja Morant averaged just under 20 points at 19 points a game. And so really, why isn't Malcolm Brogdon an all-star by now? I mean, he's putting up the numbers. I mean, just look at his stats right here. Over 21 points a game with 5 rebounds a game and 6 assists per game. I mean, aren't those great stats? I mean, I'm pretty sure those are all-star worthy stats. All right, that should give him a very good chance of making the all-star game this year. Right, let's go and check the list of players that are averaging over 20 points a game, over 5 assists a game, and over 5 rebounds a game. Yes, these are all the players. Yes, including Giannis, including LeBron James. Right, these are the players that are averaging these numbers. Now, obviously, all these players except for 2 have had an all-star bout at some point in their careers. And most of these players were all-stars last year. Now, the only players in this list that were not all-stars were Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Ja Morant, and Malcolm Brogdon. And Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler's case was that they didn't play enough games. They were injured throughout the season, and so they didn't make the cut. So what do we make of this? Well, Ja Morant and Malcolm Brogdon are pretty underrated players, but if you've watched early in the season, Ja Morant has had a hot streak, and obviously it's cooled down a little since then, but I think more people have Ja Morant on their radar now, and I don't think he's as underrated as he used to be, right? I would say not long ago he was the most underrated player in the NBA. But I think now Malcolm Brogdon takes the cake because people still don't pay attention to this guy. They still think of his rookie year, how he won Rookie of the Year even though Joel Embiid was in that draft class. They still think about the 50-40-90 club that he joined in 2019 when he played with the Bucks. They still think of those as his only crowning achievements, even though he's been averaging 25-5 for the last 2 years. This dude has been consistently putting up numbers like this, and he still hasn't been given a shot at the All-Star game. I mean, what does that really say, folks? I'm not saying that the people that were chosen ahead of him didn't deserve it. No. There's a player last year that I thought should have made the All-Star game, but I understood why he didn't make it, right? Russell Westbrook. As a matter of fact, he's actually going to be in this list of averaging 25-5 in this season, but the only reason why he's not there is because, well, he's only played 20 games, and he has a total of 399 points, which would put him at 1 point shy of averaging just exactly 20 points a game. I mean, that just shows you Westbrook, he's going to crack that list at some point. But let's be honest with ourselves, Malcolm Brogdon, at some point, he needs to be recognized for the things he's been doing throughout his career. He's been consistently putting up numbers that only few players have been able to put up at any position in basketball, and it's something that we have to reward. We have to reward this type of play. It just goes to show you that throughout this man's career, he's been so underrated and so underappreciated and so overlooked. He was drafted in the second round first player drafted in the second round that won Rookie of the Year since 1965. At that point, it's just, guys, we need to stop overlooking and underappreciating the play of Malcolm Brogdon. We need to start recognizing and appreciating what he's been able to do on the court. This is going to be a first in this channel's history. I'm going to do the very early All-Star vote. Yes, Malcolm Brogdon, I choose you to be an All-Star this season.